Okay, so we're going to change our mower blades on our John Deere LA145 model mower. First step, we're going to lower our lower the deck all the way down. Okay, get it down onto the deck. Put this down on the deck. Now, for safety, we're going to make sure that we've got our parking brake set. Okay, press in your brake pedal. Okay, and lift your parking brake up. Okay, so make sure that's set, and then we'll make sure that we lock or we block the rear tires. Okay, I don't have much of an incline on my driveway, so that's sufficient. Okay, so we have 5 pins that we have to remove, and a single drive belt. So those are the items we're going to hit first. We've got 2 pins on the left side, 2 pins on the right side, and 1 pin up forward. Okay, so we're starting with we've got 2 pins over on the left side. Okay, so there's a pin here. Okay. So the tools that we outlined earlier. Okay, screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, or I've got needle nose pliers. Any pair of pliers would work. Just to pop that out. Okay, and then pull your washer off. So there's your first 2. Okay, so then I would recommend putting them into the a magnetic dish. Okay, so I would recommend putting them up in your magnetic dish, because Murphy's always going to happen, and I always tend to knock mine over and lose them in the grass or something, so that's a recommendation. Okay, so that was the first pin. The second one is right here, just forward of the first one under this bar. Pop that one out. That was pretty easy without a tool. Washer comes with that one as well. Okay, now I'm gonna leave these up until we remove the other 3 pins, and then we'll be able to pop them off one at a time. I don't want to have it cockeyed. Okay, so the next pin. Okay, now we're over on the right hand side, mirror image of what was on the left side. So there's a pin here, right there, and let me get my okay, pops right out. And pull that washer off as well. We're pin off this bar here, and there's the washer for that. Okay, all right, that's it on the right side. So 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Okay, so now we've got the left side and right side pins off. Now we've got this 5th and final pin that's up on the forward part here. Same thing, pretty easy. Then pop it right off with that washer as well. Alright, put those in the bucket. Now, so now we've got all 5 pins loose. Now what I like to do is pull this one out first. That keeps, if we were to remove one side or the other first, it would put it into a 3-point bind. It may not cause a single problem. I'm just a little OCD that way. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift this up and then pop that out. That's as simple as that one is. Now this deck is resting on its forward end, its nose here. It's resting on the ground, and then we'll work the other 2 sides. All right, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off this forward bar, and then I'll pop off the rear one. Okay, all you gotta do is give the deck a little lift. There we go. Pop that off. Okay. And then this one here, once you get the rear one or the forward one, rear one comes off. Now, this hanger, is what I'll call it, if you will, it slides right off of the deck. I've dropped those a time or 2, so I typically take those off. So I can keep a good inventory of them. Okay, same thing on the right side. It's very easy. So 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay, so we've got all 5 pins removed. So we still have this drive belt for the mower that we've got to let loose. So this is the last step before we take the deck out from under the mower. And remember, it will be the first step when we replace it later. So all we have to do is pull the deck forward. It rolls on the wheels. Okay, slide the belt off the pulley. Done. Okay, so we've got all the pins, 5 pins and the belt removed. So I'm just going to drag the deck out, clear the mower, then we're going to flip it, change blades. The deck gets pretty dirty after only about two mowings, so make sure you keep this clean or else this rust is what will happen. So I did not do a very good job to start this with. Alright, so we're flipping it. I got safety shoes on, so be careful when you're doing this. I just block it with my rear foot because it's still on wheels, remember. And I grab the front end. Okay. Flip it over. Now I've got 3 blades to replace. Okay, so I've got 3 blades to replace, and I have 3 new blades. I went ahead and purchased the mulching blades to use because I got a mulching cap on the discharge, so in order to better facilitate, so I don't have to bag. I'm not gonna lie to you, a little lazy to do that. 15/16 socket. That's what you need on these guys. Okay, 15/16 socket. What I'm using is my impact wrench. And there's an adapter for that for a 3/8 inch drive. Okay, you know how to use your impact wrench.
Hopefully.
Okay, and we're ready to go. That's right, hopefully. Now, what we've got this board for, this is basically going to be our block to stop it. So as we loosen these, okay, we're going to block these. Okay. Okay, the first try, I wasn't able to break these loose by themselves, so I had to get some penetrating spray to get into this. These bolts had kind of been rusting through, so I got my electric impact and I broke them loose. So now I'm able to take them loose with my portable impact. Okay, so then I was able to break them loose with my electric impact gun because it was they were awful tight on there. So I had to spray it down with some penetrating lubricant because they had kind of frozen with a little bit of that rust. Okay, so I got this first one loose. Okay, it comes off with a washer on the top. Now I'm going to leave it sitting, you know, kind of facing the way it was. Okay, then I'm going to get my new one, right there. Okay, I'm going to get my new one. Now these new ones are mulching blades. Okay, so we'll make sure we put them back on the exact same way. Okay, so make sure that the blades are facing the proper way, and we've got this this kind of seat inset piece, if you will. Okay, then you'll see there's like a star, if you will, there, and it locks in onto that star piece on the that shaft there itself. And that's pretty much it as far as changing out each individual blade. Okay, then we'll lock on each one. Okay, we'll hand tighten this. Okay. All right, gotta tighten down with that impact just like that. Okay. Okay, here we go. We got this tightened down, so I'm gonna do the same thing on these next 2. Okay, after you get that blade off, what I like to do is I'll come through and take the back end of that wire brush and I'll scrape this clean. There's a lot of buildup back here. Okay, got all 3 blades changed. Cleared a lot of this trash off the top. You can see this deck needs some work. We're going to work on that in the future, not now, but that's what happens when you get a second-hand mower. but it works wonderful. So this is what we're going to do for now. Okay, now all we have to do is reverse order from what we did a little bit ago. Okay, we're just going to slide it back under. And there's that washer that I dropped a little bit ago. You don't need to show that either. So we're just going to slide it back. All right, now we're ready to pin it up. Okay, the last thing we did when we disassembled was to remove the belt. So the first thing we do when we reassemble is to attach the belt. So we'll slide it forward, belt goes on the pulley, and then we'll roll it back, keep a little tension. That keeps it from popping off on us as we put the 5 pins back on. Okay, so now we put the 2 pins on either side. You can start on either side, and I'm starting on the left hand side. So it takes a little bit of a, you gotta make sure you get them all aligned. Just a little bit of a sliding your deck around. Typically, when you get one side lined up, the other side will align with it as well. So the next step is to reinstall the pins on the 2 on either side. I'm starting on the left side. And so there's our stud. Takes a little bit of a finesse to get that deck in there. All right. Washer. Pin. Right there. Okay. 1. Okay, then we're going to do the second piece on the left side. So if you remember this hanger, it's got this oblong attachment. So you pop it in there, twist, and it goes right on. Perfect. And again, the washer. And pin. And the pin. There we go. Boom. Okay, so now we're back over on the right hand side. Once we have the first of the 2 sides aligned, it shouldn't take but just a little bit of adjustment on the opposite side to line these pins up. Okay, so that was it. We changed 3 blades by removing 5 pins and the drive belt on the John Deere LA145. Okay, so I gotta do adjust your mower height. Enjoy the day. I do want to still video it. So this one took just not even hardly anything. So washer, and I'm trying to do this without looking, trying to find it. Pin. All right, we'll take our second hook, just like we did over on the opposite side. Fit that in, spin it. Okay, fits there. Okay, with a washer. This one, pin. Okay, is that good? Yeah. Yep, okay. Are we ready? Okay, so now we're back over on the right hand side. Once we have the first of the 2 sides aligned, it shouldn't take but just a little bit of adjustment on the opposite side to line these pins up. So this one took just not even hardly anything. So washer, and I'm trying to do this without looking, trying to find it. Pin. All right, we'll take our second hook, just like we did over on the opposite side. Fit that in, spin it. Okay, fits there. Okay, with a washer. this one. Pin. Okay, is that good? Yeah. Yep, okay. Okay, last is the 5th pin for this piece up forward. Line it from the right side of the mower. Okay, then we'll come around to the other side. Snap it in, and that's it. Okay, so that was it. We changed changed 3 blades by removing 5 pins and the drive belt on the John Deere LA145. Okay, so all you gotta do is adjust your mower height. Enjoy the day.